Welcome back to the program. Daniel, the next story is one that I wouldn't have immediately associated with the Bible Society. What does a V8 ute racing around a racetrack have to do with the Bible?
You're right, Carl. It does sound unusual, but over the past few years we've developed a television campaign called Jesus All About Life, which some of our viewers may have seen. As part of that campaign, Andrew Fisher, who's the racing car driver, decided to put Jesus on the side of his V8 ute. So in between racing in the V8 ute series, Andrew goes into schools and youth groups to talk about his faith.
The V8 Ute series is seen nationally around Australia, right here on 7. And if you're a motor racing fan, you might have seen Andrew and the Jesus Ute, as it's known. I caught up with Andrew at a workshop in Wollongong.
And it is a good even start. Giannis Derhams, who won the round at Wakefield Park, starts from the pole on the inside. The run to turn 1, but Fisher has got the run and takes the lead. Now it's a drag race. Ford and Holden, Kim Jane and Andrew Fisher. Fisher's up the inside. He's going to steal race 2.
Oh, Kim Jane had it. It was there. He can smell it. He can see it. It's all over.
So Andrew Fisher takes his first win ever in the Yokohama V8 Utes. And what a way to do it.
Andrew, tell us how you got into motor racing.
I've always liked motor cars and have always had nice cars to drive and that sort of stuff since I was a young age, and have a couple of friends that liked cars as well, and we decided to go and actually have a go at it one day in a endurance race. There's 3 of us in the car, and the average weight was over 100 kilos in these little Daewoo Lanoses down at Wakefield Park, and just got the bug from that.
Deciding to put Jesus on your ute, that's a fairly radical choice. So how did you decide to do that?
Yeah, look, I knew about the Jesus All About Life program. My family had committed to that program earlier on when it was being developed, and obviously I felt that the contemporary nature of that really matched my faith and what my belief is and that sort of stuff. So it was the right program. I had actually just planned on putting a fish on the back of the car. I went and spoke to my wife, and she said, well, why don't we actually take the support we've got of the program further, put it on the ute, and lo and behold, there's the Jesus All About Life V8 ute this year.
Andrew, this is quite some conversion.
It certainly is a conversion, isn't it? Going from Black Betty last year into the Jesus All About Life ute this year, yeah.
Now, Jesus is a pretty big sponsor to Land. How did this deal come about?
Yeah, it's an interesting story, but it's certainly a big sponsor, and as you know, in motor racing, most people are worried about people stealing their sponsors, and yet we're actually looking to give ours away. And it's really come about because the people that I know that run the Jesus All About Life campaign, based out of Sydney, I went to them, approached them at the beginning of the year and said, look, we want to make a bit of a statement about our faith, and we'd really like to use the Jesus All About Life campaign, and that's a contemporary campaign. It's a run over sort of a 6-week period, very high profile, and just really gives people the opportunity to find out more about Jesus.
How's the response to that in the paddock and on the track?
The key for anything like that is if you live your faith out, if you sort of, I guess, live the life that you profess to live, then people see it as a respect thing at the end of the day. Obviously, we've had some success which has helped our credibility being in the Jesus car, and not sort of that whole image of the Christian sort of person running around at the back of the field and everyone tripping over them.
And Andrew Fisher, who looks to wrap up the Rookie of the Year, I'm sure would like to finish this final race inside the top 10, and this battle here is for 8th and 9th.
Obviously, the All About Life program is a program under the New South Wales Bible Society, and they've really just got behind it. They've seen, I think they've caught the sort of the whole process of what's happening with the ute, and how it's actually impacted the lives of people in the racing community, but also Christian community, because we've had a lot of reaction from Christians coming forward and really supporting the concept and what we're doing and that sort of stuff.
Whoa, hang on a second. Kim Jane and Fisher go off. Now, we saw Rob Jarvis have drama re-entering the circuit at turn 2 earlier on. Andrew Fisher's very careful. And
look, we've got an exciting 2008 ready to go with schools program. We're going into schools in New South Wales, in Queensland, Victoria and the ACT, where you'll see me come into the actual school with the Jesus ute. They've purchased a replica ute to use for the promotional side of the program, and we're going to go in with Bibles in the back of the ute and give them out to the kids of the schools. And
What was it like to go into the first school?
The junior kids they just love it, and they're passionate about it. And when they ask for questions, 400 hands went up. Everyone had a question. Most of it was what I ate for breakfast, or that sort of stuff. And then the senior school, they really enjoyed the sort of the video that we showed, and then they asked obviously the more serious questions about whether I'd met Peter Brock and those sort of things.
Andrew Fisher is the winner of the Rookie of the Year award for 07, clear of Leighton Cranbrook. George Mediki rounded out the top 3.
We've had a fantastic year and we've really enjoyed it. The racing's tough, and as you know, the competitors are just so strong, and so it's been a great time.
Fisher's up the inside, he's going to steal race 2.
How do you see the Jesus All About Life Ute developing in the future?
Look, we're really trying to develop it in partnership with the Bible Society of New South Wales, because I don't want it to be a standalone project. I don't want it to be all about Andrew Fisher. That wasn't the idea of it in the first place. The Jesus All About Life program is what it's about. So 2009, obviously we're looking really forward to that. In Sydney has announced that it's taking on the Jesus All About Life program and running that. It's a 6-week contemporary program that runs on radio, TV, billboards, etc., just giving people the opportunity to learn more about Jesus and the fact that he's all about life. And so we're really excited about that, to be able to head that up in 2009. So that's our vision at the moment. Looking forward is really building up to that project and really being a part of that, and using the Ute in the events and doing a draw card for that sort of Jesus All About Life campaign in 2009.
Andrew Fisher off the road and through the side.
Grab a gear, go.
Oh, he needs some divine intervention here. Scott Fleming somehow misses the back of the board.